What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Team Bandwagon. My name is Jamal, along with our other host.
The other host?
The other host.
The host. Nicholas Garcia.
Nick Garcia. Welcome to Team Bandwagon, where it is okay to jump ship.
But not okay to lose.
Jump on Team Bandwagon.
And never lose again.
You are now listening to Team Bandwagon Never Lose Again podcast. And now for your hosts, Jamal Brown and Nicholas Garcia. Welcome to Team Bandwagon, where there is one main host, in case you didn't know. Now you know.
If you don't know, now you know.
Welcome to Team Bandwagon, everybody, where it is okay to win. We want you guys to win. Our desire, our hopes, and our dreams is for you to win. And when that doesn't happen, it's okay. Just jump ship and keep it moving. Right, Nick?
That's right.
Isn't that right?
That's right.
All right. So, we did a lot of winning this week.
A lot of winning.
A lot of winning. On
A
my
lot of
end.
winning. A lot of lying, too. I'm going to bring it up every chance I get.
What was? Oh, I know why you say that.
Yeah.
All right. So let me rub mines in before you can.
Okay,
rub
go
yours in.
ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I am the champ of week 8 versus Nick Garcia. I had to think about it first. I wasn't.
You sound like the Lakers fans when the Lakers beat the Warriors one time a year.
I couldn't remember what week it was. All right, give me a second. All right. No.
You said I'm the champ of week 8.
I am.
Even the Raiders have one win.
I got how many guys? I got 6 wins.
But we're talking about one.
Yes.
Okay.
Against you, the one that matters.
Oh, because this is the championship?
This is, to me, it is. You know what I'm saying? You know how like they play like the Patriots or like the Lakers or the Warriors every time somebody comes into town? You're my Warriors, bro. That just took down.
You know what? I was like smacking you with comebacks this whole time, but that makes me feel really good. I appreciate that, Jamal, because you're saying I'm putting the caliber of these championship caliber teams, and then you're like, when I come into town, you're like, hey, if we don't beat anybody else, we got to beat Nick.
So you're proud of the L you just taught?
No, but I'm saying that it meant that much to you. Like you said, it's like playing the Warriors or like playing
you got
the
to
Patriots.
step your game. You've been scoring almost 200 points for the past couple of weeks.
And, of course, this week,
yes,
only 110.
Only 110, which was terrible because, you know, my guys just killed you guys, man.
I don't know about killed, considering in PPR.
I have 4 guys scoring at least 20 points. I had 3 guys. One guy scored 19.
I think my guys killed me more than your guys killed me.
Yeah, they did.
No Cooper Kupp. Chris Thompson didn't show up
here
this
comes the
week.
excuses. Come on. Let's go.
Because you
Let's
know
go.
what? All right, we'll just fast forward then. I still say this loss has an asterisk next to it because we made a deal as men on draft day where everybody could see it. You agreed that in week 8, no matter what happens, you were going to play Brandon Marshall as long as I played Patrick Mahomes.
All right, Nick, check it out. This is your first mistake, thinking asterisks, you know, I care about asterisks. I don't, you know. I still think Barry Bonds is the home run champ, you know what I'm saying, asterisk or not, all right? So I don't care, bro. If I had him on my squad, I would have played him, but I didn't have him, so.
Because you cut him. So you went back on your word.
He wasn't producing, man.
It doesn't matter. We agreed that day. No matter what happens, you have to use him.
So I have to drag this bum around because I have to show you.
Then you shouldn't have made the deal. You made the agreement on the day.
If he was on my squad, I would have played him. That was the deal.
No. I said on draft day, I said, you have to keep him.
I don't remember.
I said, and you have to play him in week 8.
Do we have proof?
Oh.
We don't have proof. No, we don't have proof. So let's keep it moving, man.
You'd be a great politician.
I would be, right?
You'd be a fantastic politician.
Vote for me.
Jamal 2020.
Super Tuesday.
Jamal 2020. Mr. Brown 2020. Not Jerry Brown, Jamal Brown.
That's right. I'll fight for you.
All right, Larry H. Parker. Yes, I lost this week. You know what? It's cool. Like, I'm happy for you because I do want you to make the playoffs.
Say that again? I didn't hear you.
I lost, and I'm happy for you.
One more time.
I lost.
Against who?
I'm happy for you.
Against who?
Because I'm not going to say you won because I lost.
Oh,
that's really what happened is I lost. Okay? Wait, was it?
I'll take it.
Was it?
I'll take it all day,
Last week, I got 163. The week before that, it was 173. And the week before that, it was 162.
Yeah, almost freaking 200 points, bro. Yes.
Three weeks in a row.
That's what I just said.
And then I played Jamal, and it's 110.
And you choked.
I was mad.
You were nervous, bro.
I choked.
You choked.
Again, if Cooper Kupp would have played,
nervous.
you would have lost.
You didn't play your right flex player, bro, because you're nervous about getting so many points against me.
I still did. I look back on it, and that was a bonehead
stuttering,
move.
bro. You're
That was
stuttering.
a bonehead move. Bonehead move. And
stuttering.
I would totally be the Bruce winless coach of the week if I would have lost by less than 11 points because that cost me the game. But Chris Thompson honestly was having a great season until he got hurt. What screwed him in this game and what I should have thought of ahead of time is how well Adrian Peterson was playing.
Yeah.
Because Chris Thompson didn't play bad, but he didn't get the ball. He didn't get volume because Adrian Peterson has been
AP
killing it
was putting in
since
work.
Chris Thompson got hurt.
That's right.
And they're not going to change the pace. If they're winning and Adrian Peterson's playing awesome, that's what they're going to go with. And that's what they did. And I should have considered that. So that's my bad, and I lost it down that sense. Texans defense did a horrible job against Miami. Still blows me away.
I seen that. I was like, oh, that's
I didn't
a terrible
see that
mistake.
coming.
A lot of
There was a lot of
your
factors
guys. Your
to it.
guys did come through because you had a lot of guys scoring one.
Well, I
2,
think
3 points.
Tyreek Hill didn't play in the fourth quarter of the Chiefs game because he got hurt. And then Devin Funchess, I told you earlier in the week Funchess was going to have a bad week, but I couldn't sit him because he's been so awesome for me.
Yeah.
But I had a feeling he was going to have a bad week because he's playing the Ravens, and the Ravens have been great on defense. I also believe for the rest of the season, Devin Funchess, his volume is going to go down because they got Greg Olsen back. But anyway, and then, of course, not having Cooper Kupp. I will say this. Cooper Kupp would have had to give me 22 points just to match because Chris Thompson, you take out the other 3 points just to tie you. So there's no way of saying I would have won for sure.
Yeah.
So good win, Jamal. I hope you make the playoffs. I am definitely looking forward to week 14. But
getting these gains up,
I will
baby.
say, and I want to hear it
W
from the
gains
fans, our ones of fans. I want you guys to write us on Facebook, hit us up on Twitter, call Jamal's phone, blow up his phone if you have his phone number.
Why?
We agreed on draft
I don't
day.
answer my phone. You just see me not answer my phone.
Here's what happened. I drafted Patrick Mahomes in the 14th. He drafted Brandon Marshall. Do you remember what round you got him in?
I don't.
Okay.
It was towards the
he
end.
drafted
It was
Brandon
like,
Marshall.
It was like
and
my
I
last
go, dude,
pick.
Brandon Marshall
It was
is
my
not
last
even.
pick.
Brandon Marshall is not even going to make the team, and he was like, Patrick Mahomes isn't going to make it halfway through the season. And I was
did
like,
not
okay,
say that.
cool.
I did
week
not.
8. Week
I said
8.
he was gonna suck. I didn't say he was.
We agreed, typing it up to each other on the draft, that we both had to play our guys in
I want to
week
see
8.
proof on the legitimacy of this agreement, okay? Because if it was a gentleman's agreement, yeah, we can go back anyway, bro. It wasn't a legal signed document holding my fingerprint.
I feel
to
like
it.
I'm in the Founder right now. Have you seen the Founder?
Mm-mm.
The guy who stole McDonald's from the guys who started.
Oh
McDonald's?
yeah, that dude's dirty.
Yeah. And they were like, "We're gonna make a bet. It's a handshake deal. You'll get your royalties. Don't worry." And they've never seen the royalties
Heck
to this
no.
day. So
He did those dudes dirty.
yeah. So that's who you remind me of right now. That's okay.
Hey, I take that as a compliment. He went in and took charge. He wasn't taking no crap from nobody.
So speaking of my fantasy team, I don't think it would have won me in the game, but Jamal and I got to see the end of the Packers game.
Yes.
Which was a great finish to the game. Great battle. It was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. You said the Packers are going to be the first team to beat the Rams. You were almost right. But I was screaming at the TV for freaking Gurley taking that knee at the end of the game, man. I was losing my mind.
Yes, I think everybody heard you, man. I think everybody heard you.
I knew our game was going to be close.
So this gets into our first segment. We're talking about, at least teams with, is it 5 or more wins or 6? I think it was 6.
We talked about it last week,
and it was 5 or more. Yeah. So I changed week 9, but I didn't change the 5.
It's okay.
So on our slide, if you guys are listening to this on our podcast, make sure you guys stop by our YouTube channel and click subscribe. That way you can see us, get a notification when we're live streaming or uploading any other cool videos like, is your team bandwagon worthy for the Miami Dolphins? Because we all know what happened with those guys. But check it out because it's interesting. Comments galore on there. If you want to have a fun time, go and read our comments on our page. We're taking a lot of people off. So back to our segment. Teams with 6 or more wins entering week 9, and we have the Rams, which we're talking about. We have Kansas City Chiefs. We have the Saints, and we have the Patriots. Did you watch the Saints and Vikings game?
I did not, but I understand it was a good game. And then I kind of wish I did watch it because somebody brought it up the next day, and I didn't even think about it. It was the rematch of the Minnesota Miracle.
Yeah.
So I kind of wish I did watch it, but no, I missed it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't watch it either.
Can I throw in one more team there since this we made this list?
Well, it would have been
week.
San Diego, but we were on bye this week, so.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So actually, I wasn't going to bring up San Diego, but that's another team to mention too. Is some teams do have 5 wins and they're 5-2 because of their bye week. Carolina's bye week wasn't this week, but they've had theirs already, so they're 5-2. So I'm just going to mention them really quick. We won't dive into them because we don't have time. But I tip my hat to the Chargers and the Panthers because they've got a really good record too.
It's all right. They got
5-2 is pretty good.
5-2 is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's better than 1-6.
Yeah. Go Raiders.
The Raiders and Cleveland. Well, Cleveland is like
Cleveland, I think, has won 2 games. They've got a tie in there.
No, the tie 1.
Tie 1, 2 wins, and I think
they got 2
3
wins?
losses.
I
Yeah,
thought they only have 1 win.
they got 2.
They have more wins than the Lakers right now, right?
Lakers have 2 wins.
We have 2 wins?
Yeah,
Okay.
they beat Phoenix and Denver.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought we only got
What sucks is Houston's only win right now is against us.
that doesn't really suck. That just keeps everything interesting because
Well,
as time goes on.
I'm glad I didn't write about the Rockets.
You didn't? Oh, well,
Steph
not
did.
yet, right?
Steph did.
Oh, Steph did. Yes. Yeah, we'll jump into that.
We'll jump into that later.
Our NBA segment.
Yep.
So, the Rams.
The Rams, darn good football team.
Yes.
See the face he makes every time I say it. The face says
Dude,
it all, man.
these guys were doomed, man. If it wasn't for T.Y., is it T.Y. or Ty?
Ty Montgomery.
Ty Montgomery. If it wasn't for him, they would have got their first L, man. So I would say that
There's no
Green
guarantee
Bay,
to that.
I would say Green Bay disqualified themselves. Just like you can run on the track meet, and false start. They
There's no guarantee to that.
Bro, Aaron Rodgers is the man when it comes to 2-minute drills.
But here's where I'm going to bash him. I have no personal problem with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's awesome, and he's probably the best 2-minute drill quarterback in the NFL. I'm not arguing with you there.
And then?
But when they played the Niners, the only reason they won that game is he got a BS flag. I almost cussed on our podcast. I'm that upset about it. And I don't hate the Packers, but I hate when games are decided that way. And it's not like the Niners are going to do anything this year. But I think that's what the refs figured. I'm going to give them this flag because the Packers are going to have a chance to the playoffs. The Niners do not. We're going to give Rodgers the win. We're going to give Mason Crosby his big kick to revive himself from his horrible 0-4 kicking week last week.
Yeah.
And they gave him the flag. Packers won the game, and it was a crap call. So if the Niners can stop him on a 2-minute drill, the Rams could have absolutely stopped him.
All right, so that's either here or there because the game is over. We will never know.
Okay.
But moving forward, who do you think they're going to catch your L against next?
I still stand. I guess I'm saying it's still, but
This is part 2.
this is our re-record.
Yeah.
But I do think the Saints beat them next week.
Saints?
Yes, I do think the Saints. Is that next week?
That's next week.
Yeah, I do think the Saints beat them next week. I think that will be their first loss.
They got Saints, Seahawks, Chiefs, Lions, Bears, Eagles.
Lions, Tigers, and Bears.
Almost pretty much. You got the Cardenas.
Cardenas.
The Cardenas. And then you have the Niners.
That's where they got their players from. That's where they're playing right now.
I ain't touching that one, man. I am not touching that one. I actually think they're going to catch their first L against the Chiefs.
All right, but you said they're going to lose to the Packers.
I did, and it didn't happen. So
Didn't happen.
I got to move on.
I will say I'm super excited about the Chiefs and Rams game. I think that is going to be a great game.
You think so?
Right now, Rams best team in the NFC, Chiefs best team in the AFC as far as record.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I know they lost to the Patriots. But also, you got to remember the Rams, anyone who was a St. Louis Rams fan 2 years ago is probably a Chief fan now. Both being from Missouri, if you guys aren't keeping up. And the Rams are in LA now, so this is like This is like the angry fans getting their shot back at the LA Rams.
I think you're looking into it too much, bro. I
No,
think
man,
this
that's
is two hot
legit.
teams is
It's
going at
two
it.
hot teams. It's the first time they've played each other since the Rams moved to LA, and they're both the best teams in their respective conferences.
True.
So it's a bigger game than we realize, is what I'm saying.
Real quick, there was this guy on. I'm I guess involved in a few groups on Facebook,
Okay.
and there was this. I'm in this one group called NFL Trash Talkers,
Okay.
and I'm just in there just to troll. Actually, to steal memes. Actually, that's all I do. I go
Okay.
and steal memes. I'm on Twitter stealing memes. Just that's what I do. But some dude posted this funny post, and he has to be kidding. But he has Super Bowl 53 Chiefs versus the Patriots.
No.
Oh my gosh. Yes, he had that, dude. So I don't know if he was trolling everybody or what, but everybody was going in on him and just laughing. And there was this one guy who was saying, he was like, somebody said, doesn't he know they're in NFC, AFC? And the guy says, shh. He's all, watch other guys post Super Bowl matchups from the same division and laugh at them. It was funny.
That is funny.
It was pretty funny.
It's probably trolling, like you said. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Some good trolls out there. Patriots, man. The Patriots are
Patriots
rocking
are
and
a good
rolling.
football team.
A few weeks ago, you were asking me whether they're done. And
I did. I fell in the trap.
You did.
I usually do not fall into that trap when the Patriots start off.
It was
rough.
like early too. It was like 3 games in. You were
4
like,
games in.
4 games in.
Because they were not. No, it might have been 3 games in because they were 1-2. I think you're right. Yeah.
So the hot teams right now in the NFL: Rams, KC, Saints, Pats. Who's bandwagon? Well, I already know who's bandwagon you're jumping on. You're jumping on the Rams.
Absolutely the Rams. Absolutely.
I'm gonna stick to my Patriots bandwagon.
Go
I'm
about
gonna ride.
10 years running.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride Tom Brady all the way to the.
About 10 years running now.
Yeah. Honestly, I think if he wins this year, he's gonna retire on top.
I don't know. I feel like as long as he can play, he'll keep playing.
No, I think he's gonna go out on top.
I don't think he will.
I think he's gonna go out on top and ride off into the sunset. With 6 rings.
It'd be a 6 ring.
Dang. What
I
a
know.
way
That's
to
madness.
end, bro.
That's madness.
Yeah, I think that'd be dope.
I hope the Chiefs beat them. Just because I want to see another team in the Super Bowl. I really do.
They'll have their time
No.
after he's gone.
No.
Yes, they will have their shine after this big old rainstorm just rolls through and rains on your party.
Chiefs Rams Super Bowl.
Chiefs Rams.
Chiefs Rams.
I got Chiefs Patriots.
Already given you Saints Patriots, but all right.
Honestly, I don't know who's playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Whoever it is, they gonna lose.
Yeah, you said that last year.
And honestly, it was a really bad game. They played a crappy.
That was a great game. Both quarterbacks threw for over 500 yards.
Patriots played a crappy game.
Defensively.
Well, even offensively, like they couldn't get things going. They were
Didn't both quarterbacks throw for over 500 yards? That was like a record.
You sure?
Yeah, I remember them talking about how much.
All I remember is Brady.
I think it was over 400 yards.
All I remember is Brady getting hands in his face, can't complete passes. So
That's how he's lost every Super Bowl that he's lost. Defensive line in his face. I mean, it is what it is. That's how you win Super Bowl. That's why I actually don't think the Chiefs will be in the playoffs. Is it takes a great defense to even make it to the Super Bowl.
you still haven't seen the way these guys were tackling, huh? Did I talk to you about it? No. These guys were like bumping into like the runner and just like letting them go.
They're pretty bad on defense, and that's what I mean. You have to at least have a good defense. It's not anymore the days that you have to have a great defense anymore. I think those days are over because of so many of the rule changes to help the offense.
Yeah.
But you at least have to have a good defense to make it to the Super Bowl. Patriots have a good defense. Rams have a really good defense. The Chiefs' defense is it's not good enough. They're not going to win enough playoff games.
All right, man. Well, that's our bandwagon top teams in the NFL. This is Team Bandwagon, Never Lose Again podcast. This is episode 38. I'm your host, Jamal. This is Nick. And we are moving on to Bruce Winless picks. And in case you're not familiar with Bruce Winless is a figurative character that we've came up with who loves to lose and loves losers.
Loves it.
Yeah, he says that winning is too much pressure. You know, after you win once, people expect you to do it all the time.
If you just expect to lose, then you'll never be disappointed.
There you go. And so
Skid Row mentality.
So who Bruce got on a hot seat this week is the Raiders, which I want to kind of defend a little bit. I was watching them. I watched most of the highlights. I was gonna say the
okay.
game.
So you didn't watch the game?
No. I watched the highlights and they were looking good. Though it wasn't like one or two plays. It was drives at a time where they had sparks of goodness.
But you understand, Indy's defense is really bad.
Exactly. That's why I thought, like if they get pounded by Indy, this is really bad. But no, they kind of kept up, and all the way to the end where did the Raiders? I think the Raiders fumbled. They fumbled. They were down a touchdown. They fumbled and they were down by 2, and it was too late.
I see.
So
the Raiders still suck.
The Raiders are bad.
Yeah.
They're a bad team.
They're shooting for right now. They could get the number 1 pick in the draft. And then they have the Bears pick. And they have the Cowboys pick. So they could have a really good first round next year.
Is there that many good candidates like chilling and waiting?
There's a lot of good defensive players coming in next year. To my understanding, there's some really good receivers coming in next year.
Okay.
Supposedly, that's why they were so willing to part ways with Amari Cooper. There's some amazing kids coming up in the draft as far as wide receiver. There's always good running backs. I do think they're going to look at running back, but I don't think the Raiders are going to address their running back needs in the first round. I think that'd be bananas.
It'd be madness.
But if they say they have the number 1 pick overall, they may trade that because I don't think they're going to draft a quarterback. Even though they may be looking to move on from Derek Carr here pretty soon, I don't think they're going to draft a quarterback with the number 1 overall pick.
No.
So
they may trade again.
They may trade the number 1 overall pick and get more picks back for it.
Wow. You think so?
Absolutely. Plenty of teams have done that. If you don't need a quarterback and you have the number 1 overall pick, plenty of teams have traded and gotten more pieces.
Gotcha.
So I think the Bears gave up like 3 draft picks just to get Mitch Trubisky because the 49ers had that pick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
All
the
that
funny
for
thing
Mitch?
was they were like 2 spots behind the Niners. But I guess they felt the threat that the Niners were going to get him.
I got you. They ended up with Jimmy Guap. They probably could have been using Trubisky,
If Jimmy can just get healthy.
And stay healthy.
Right?
Stay healthy.
Right? That's the trick.
Is the key.
So, I mean, the Raiders are bad. I think the Giants are worse. To me, the Giants are just garbage right now. They are hot garbage.
You know who's not that bad? Well, they are bad, but not as bad as this caliber we're talking about is the Cowboys. Which you gave them like, how many wins did you give them?
I gave them
2
wins.
I think you gave them like 2
I gave
wins.
them 4
no,
wins.
bro.
I will bet you. No, I remember because I've kept track of it in my head because I knew that I was going to get called out about the Cowboys one above and everything. I think you gave them 8 and I gave them 4. And right now they have 3. So there's a good chance I'm still going to get it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really good chance I'm going to get it wrong. I don't know. Maybe Amari Cooper tears that team apart at the seams and they don't win any more games for the season and then I'll be all right.
Nah, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I agree. I'm being totally sarcastic. I do think they finished toward the middle of the field. I think they missed the playoffs, and they get a middle of the round draft pick.
Because they have who's in their division again? They have the
Redskins, Eagles, and Giants.
Well, that kind of division is still wide open, right?
Redskins, I think, are 2 games ahead of them now.
Ooh.
Which it's early. 2 games you can totally make up for, but in the Nick Horn, I said the Redskins were going to be all right this year.
You did.
I
You
did.
did. You had them right behind the Eagles.
Yes, so I got that. Yeah, of course you got to throw a rock on my
It's still early.
win
man.
there.
It's still early.
But that's why I don't think the Cowboys will make the playoffs. I think the Eagles can turn it around, and either that or the Redskins hold on to the division.
I think the Cowboys are going to turn around and make a good run at it. I don't think they're just going to turn over.
I don't think they're going to make playoffs. I'm gonna stick to that.
I didn't say all that. I said they make a good run, but I didn't say they make it to the playoffs. I don't like the Cowboys that much. I give them a benefit of a doubt.
If they make it competitive, it's because the Redskins can play bad. It's not because they play good.
And then Bruce winless Ty. Why do I want to say Ty? Because there's a T.Y. Hilton, right?
Ty. Yeah, there's a T.Y. Hilton, but it's Ty Montgomery.
Ty Montgomery. He just got traded, right?
Got traded. Oh, gosh.
Get that bum out of here, man.
Where did he get traded?
He cost them that W. He cost them to win. I don't even know how Green Bay is doing in their playoff chase. Do you know how they're doing?
Green Bay is right now 3-3-1. But I think they are.
That is a terrible record.
They are right behind the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears are winning the division. And Ty Montgomery is now a Baltimore Raven.
It says they're third.
That stands by even more so why I'm going to block that trade, by the way. Ty Montgomery is a running back on the Ravens now. Throwing that out there. You know who you are. I'm blocking your trade. It's not happening.
Sorry, Mr. Bobby Boucher, but you're getting.
It's not happening.
You're getting trade blocked.
I was even thinking about it after I said it, and we're getting ready to record. I'm like, I'm going to give it a day and think about it because maybe I don't want to be a tyrant. I want to be fair. But now that trade is going through my head, no, that trade's not happening.
The dude's pretty upset. This is Team Bandwagon Never Lose Again. These are Bruce winless picks. We have the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Our main thing is we want to help you guys win. We want to be, I guess, on your side, I guess. Do we?
Absolutely. I mean, unless you're playing against us, but Chicago 4-3, Minnesota 4-3-1, Green Bay 3-3-1, Detroit 3-4. So that division is wide open. All teams are in playoff hunt.
All day, every day. See me on the court. It's half the season.
Half the season for most teams.
You think it's ready to, I guess, for us to talk about life? About MVP
This
candidates?
is the game of life.
About MVP candidates?
Yes, I think last year we did this. About halfway through the season, we talked about who's the MVP candidates.
Yeah.
I still think it should have been Todd Gurley. And
He's
he's in the race again for MVP. He's got
Gurley.
11 touchdowns.
Todd Gurley is killing it right now.
Leading the league in rushing.
Who else is a candidate? Would you say? You got Patrick McChicken.
Leading the league in passing yards, passing touchdowns. Best quarterback, fourth best quarterback rating in the NFL.
That's good. Anybody else?
Honestly, I think it's between those two. You know what? No. And it's going to make me totally sound biased. But Aaron Donald should be in the talks. I know a defensive player I don't think has won it in like 50 years, but Aaron Donald has 10 sacks through 8 games.
It's going to be 51 years because that dude's not winning it. You know who's winning it? Tom Brady. Woo! Tom Brady,
He
baby.
shouldn't have got it last year. I'm sorry.
He's going to get it again this
He shouldn't.
year.
He gets it the
He's
years.
the GOAT.
He gets it the years that they go.
Man.
Hey, I don't know who to give it to. Let's just give it to Tom. Because Carson Wentz should have won it last year if you wouldn't have gotten hurt.
See, and he got hurt, man. So that's what all I'm saying, man, is give that man his due. All right.
He's the greatest quarterback of all time, but he's not the
paid his
MVP
dues.
this year.
He paid his dues, man. He took less money. He's the man, all right? So just give him the man his trophy.
You're talking about Lifetime Achievement Awards. We're talking about most valuable player this year.
Okay. All right. So take out Todd Gurley. Does Rams still win?
Not 8-0.
Does the Rams win?
They're 5-3 right now without him.
Does Rams win 3 out of the next 5 games if Gurley's not there?
No.
Mahomes.
Chiefs are 1-7 right now without him.
Without
Mahomes, I believe the Chiefs are one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Okay, so then it comes down to who's the worst then. Patriots.
Patriots are still a playoff team without Brady.
Yeah. No, they're not, bro.
When he got suspended 2 years ago, did they not go 3-1 for those 4 games that he was out?
4 games.
Yes.
We're talking about
And then in 2011, when he missed the entire season, Matt Castle got them to 11-5. Matt Castle.
All right. I'm still
Matt Castle. Jacoby Brissett, who is the backup quarterback for the Colts that could not win more than 2 games last year without Andrew Luck, won 2 games on the Patriots while Brady was hurt or suspended.
All right. I give it to you.
He's great. I'm not taking it away. Do they have a better chance to win a Super Bowl with him? Of course. Yes, he's the GOAT. But I'm talking about the greatest, most valuable player to their team.
All right.
It's obviously between Mahomes and Gurley.
I'll do this. I'll do this much. I will give Tom Brady Super Bowl MVP because he's gonna make it.
He's got to win the Super Bowl, though.
Of course he is. That's why I'm already giving it to him.
Okay.
So
you said that last year, too.
And it was pretty close, though, right?
It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning, right?
That's from a movie, right?
Right? Yeah, Fast and Furious, the first one.
Yeah. See, I knew it, man. Life is just a bunch of movie quotes. I swear. I was listening to somebody. I'm like, that's from a movie. Like 5 times this week, bro. Like, no lie. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, none of us have our own dialogue anymore.
This is ridiculous. We just go around quoting movies.
Social culture is taking over our lives, especially now that we can go back and look at video and rewatch movies or movie clips whenever we want.
Yeah.
So
That's funny. So out of Mahomes or Gurley, I give it to Gurley.
I give it to Mahomes.
See? And that's where I don't know.
I think the only player that's in competition with both of them, just because of how awesome he's playing, especially if I go more your route, and I'm talking about Lifetime Achievement Awards, is Breeze. The Saints are what, 7-1, 6-1?
I still put, if we're going that route, I still got Brady on top of Breeze. But Breeze is a nice close.
You need to mix in a little bit more of what's going on this year, though. And the Patriots are running the ball
just
more
because
this year.
he hit his record, don't mean, Brady's on his way to records too, but it don't mean he's going to hit it this year.
But I think Breeze is second in passing yards right now, too.
That's a whole lot of thinking. Can you show me proof?
Jamal, keep us busy.
No, man. You know what? Honestly, I'm going to take your word for it, Nick. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Drew Brees is second in the league.
Second or third, somewhere around there.
Or fourth or fifth. It doesn't matter.
Well, I'll bet you
numbers
money he's
don't
ahead of
matter.
Brady. I'll bet you money he's ahead of Brady.
Huh?
I'll bet you money he's ahead of Brady.
He probably is.
So why is Brady the MVP if he's not
Because
leading?
he's the GOAT, bro. All right? Why do we keep going around in circles, man? We're just chasing our tails. That's what life
You're
is
chasing your tail, Mr. Brandon Marshall.
You're following me.
Your name for the rest of the day is Brandon Marshall.
All right. Last segment of NFL, so we can get off the whole NFL subject and Nick can heal his heart. He can lick his wounds from me.
Week 14, bro.
Him up.
Week 14.
Bring it.
Week 14.
I'm right here, bro.
We are going to live stream us watching the last game.
Let's do that.
Okay? Week 14.
Let's do that.
Yes.
All right. I want to put something on it, man. I want to spice it up.
We've got about 6 weeks to figure it out. Put in your votes of what we should bet on it.
Week 14?
Week 14.
Week 14, Nick is going down.
You're going
down.
Bro.
Get to the chopper. You're going down.
Get to the chopper. I still think you
I'm
should
gonna
have to
bust in
get
and be
Brandon
like-
Marshall on your team as a consolation.
No, man. He's not even on his squad right now.
Liars. Okay.
QB.
Sorry. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Bloop.
Dra-
Bloop. Help. Help.
You look
Lifeguard.
like was it Sonic the Hedgehog when he used to drown?
Remember a bubble would come out of his mouth
And then the stars go everywhere.
and then he's going down.
dun, 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 dun. I used to hate that music, man.
It would freak you out.
I'm like, I'm about to drown.
Drowning quarterbacks. And when I mean drowning, I mean these guys are just, they're struggling. You know, you could even say they're drowning in quicksand because I like the analogy on replacements. You're drowning, and no matter how hard you fight, it just gets worse. And anyway, these are quarterbacks who are really struggling. One of them, I think we both kind of called it during our bandwagon worthiness.
Yeah.
Of this could be his last year as their starting quarterback. But all three of these guys we're going to talk about, all three of them might not have jobs next year.
Okay.
So the first one we'll talk about is Blake Bortles because he's the obvious one everybody's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
There apparently are guys in the locker room that are calling for, what is his name?
A mutiny?
No, who's the backup that played for him 2 weeks ago?
Cody
Kessler.
Okay.
Some of the locker rooms calling for Cody Kessler to get out
Cody
there.
Kessler? I'm pretty sure I do.
He's the USC quarterback from a few years ago. He played actually really good when he was on the Browns. I still don't understand why the Browns didn't give him more of a shot.
Gotcha. Okay, now I know Kessler. Yeah, definitely put that kid in.
And went in, played better than Bortles. I think they actually got a touchdown on one of his drives, which Bortles was not doing. And then they said Bortles has the starting job back. Comes back in this week. They lost this week, right?
Yeah.
They lost again this week. Carlos Hyde didn't play well. The trade didn't help him much. Blake Bortles is just, I think this is it. I think they could seriously start looking somewhere else.
Ain't no lie. Bortles, bye.
So he's got 2 years left on his $70 million contract. I believe after this year, it'll be 1 year left. So I'm sure if they waive him, there's going to be some kind of guaranteed money they're going to pay him out. So you got to consider that when I ask you this question. Does he get cut after this year, or do they stick it out with him for one more year?
It depends on how stupid they are over in Jacksonville.
But it's a money thing. That's the thing. I understand what you're
Money
saying, that
makes
he
people
should get
stupid.
cut. He should get cut.
Yeah.
But if they got to pay him out like $30 million to get rid of him, they may just hold on to him for one more year.
Yeah, and just put him on your bench.
You're going to pay him $30 million to sit on the bench? I mean,
Well,
okay,
it's
so it's a
better
$70
than
million
$30
contract. So it's probably around more closer to $20 million.
Yeah. So like I said, it depends on what that team values. If they value the money, yeah, go ahead and save your money, have them on a team. But is it worth the record? Is it worth the fan base? Is it worth your locker room?
But I think if they have him on the bench, then you're going to have to pay him that money. If you waive him, there's no guaranteed money in the NFL unless that's in your signing bonus.
Yeah.
I don't know if he. Usually by now, if it's a 3-year deal, he's been paid out his signing bonus and his guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
But they still take a cap hit. NFL salary structure really confuses me because they won't have to pay him, but they'll have to take a cap hit.
I say get rid of him. Toss him, kick him to the side, move on.
So you literally throwing away money. That's my only thing is these executives, they have a hard time doing that kind of stuff just because of the money reasons.
Well, you got yourself into it, so you got to get yourself out.
I hear you.
It's no end games.
I'm in the middle, and I'm going to say I don't know, just simply based on the money factor. Plus, I don't think you should ever cut your starting quarterback unless you have a backup plan.
Bills,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. I totally agree with you there. Respect to Tyrod Taylor.
Respect, man. Respect.
But. And I heard someone talk about today on the radio too, and he made a really good point. Why did the Jaguars trade for Carlos Hyde for a 5th-round draft pick when they probably could have gotten Tyrod Taylor for a 5th-round draft pick?
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't you think that's a better option?
Well, I think they need some run game just to kind of alleviate some pressure from Bortles. So I think that was the idea. Let's get Bortles going by getting a running back.
Well, and I understand Fournette was hurt. I think they could have made a better decision. And especially to have Hyde as a backup doesn't make sense to me, but I digress. Okay, so you believe Bortles, this is his last year as a starter. I'm very in between.
Cut him.
Not because I'm vouching for him, but again, I think it's a money issue. Jameis Winston, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He lost his job again. Now, he didn't lose it the first time. He was suspended. Got his job back, which a lot of us were surprised about because of how well Fitzmagic was playing. Lost his job this last week. 4 interceptions in one game.
I'd say drop him.
Because
he's not worth the
he's due to
headache.
make over $20 million if they keep him.
Yeah, he's not worth the headache, man. Like, you can get the same productions out of Fitz. Fitz can go out there and throw 4 interceptions. You know what I'm saying?
True. But Fitz is a floater quarterback. He's never been like the guy on a team, except the Jets a few years ago.
I don't think Winston is the guy.
So
I see Fitz is the guy more than Jameson.
Here's what fans are saying, especially Tampa Bay fans. But we gave up the number 1 overall pick to get him. We're going to throw that away. You know what I'm saying?
In life, you got to cut your losses, man. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. That's a lesson in life. Guys, if you guys want to win, you got to sacrifice. Playing chess, sometimes you got to sacrifice your queen. No, I want all my pieces and I want his king. Well, good luck because that ain't happening.
This is true.
You got to cut your losses, man. Like, if you try something and it don't work, it's a risk, you know, and it didn't pan out, cut ties and grow and move on from there. I think the best example is a stupid example, but the best example is Gruden right now, with his organization. But he gets it, he's in there for the long haul. He got 10 years, 9.5, but he knows, okay, these guys that want to rock with me. All right, let's get them out, get some fresh blood. We got picks, 3 years. Let's make a run for it.
That's true. That's a good point. I will agree with you that Winston is out. I did talk about it before the season started. I think this is it. I think this was his last chance to prove himself, especially because when it comes to the money thing, they have an option on his contract next year. Okay. So they're not going to take a salary cap hit or anything if they just go, we're not opting to keep you. Sorry, man, I'm not giving you $20 million.
I think they can wait 8 weeks. It's 8 weeks left, right?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's why I think Fitz will start for like a game or two, and then they're going to give Jameis the job back again because they're going to go, hey, man, you got to show us if we can keep you.
Or at least show somebody your talent because we about to cut you,
Right. Yeah, so he'll be on I agree with you. I do believe Jameis will be on a different team next year, and the Buccaneers will start shopping for a quarterback again.
And then
sad to see.
The last drowning quarterback.
Case Keenum.
I don't know a lot about this guy.
He's thrown 10 touchdowns, but also 10 interceptions. He did really well for the Vikings last year. Broncos thought they could do the same thing. Oh, we'll just run the ball a lot and play really good defense. They're not running the ball enough, Vance Joseph. And the receivers are getting good numbers because Keenum's throwing deep a lot, but he's also throwing a lot of interceptions. So, Keenum's got a gun, but it just seems like his decision-making is not there. He's really rattled. If Chad Kelly didn't get arrested, they were saying he would be the starter by now.
Yeah.
So I think Case Keenum, I think because Elway's not going to be willing to admit he was wrong, he's going to fire Vance Joseph at the end of the year and say we're sticking it out with Keenum one more year.
Yeah, I think Keenum is secure more so than any other quarterbacks that's in this conversation.
I agree. But I do think he's in danger. But we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to episode 35, Never Lose Again podcast. The show is not over, but we want you to head over to teambandwagon.com. Actually, no, don't do that. We want you to do one thing and one thing only. Go to YouTube, type in Bandwagon Nation, and hit subscribe. That's the only thing we want you to do.
Do it.
Just go ahead and do it right now. We'll wait. I'm just kidding. We're not going to wait, but that's what we want you to do. No, go to Facebook and do all this. No, we want you to do one thing. Go to YouTube, type in Bandwagon Nation, hit subscribe. Because from there, you get all of our content. Because we go to YouTube first before we go to the podcast. And we do have some amazing articles up, but we'll keep you in contact with that stuff coming in our next segment.
We'll fill you in, definitely.
Yeah. But definitely, that's what we want you guys to do. At the bare minimum. And then if you do that, then we'll show you what's next.
We got lots of fun. It's exciting stuff.
Yes, a whole lot. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back right after these messages.
A lot of talk going on these days about who is the greatest ever, about who has the titles, the raw talent, the most clutch moments. I get it. It's a tough call. I mean, even the jersey numbers are the same. But maybe the best way to settle this debate is to play it out head to head. I'll watch that.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode. Well, it's still the same episode.
Same episode.
The
next segment.
Yes, the next segment. Old habits die hard.
That's
ready
right.
to start a whole new episode. Like, hey, 36. You know what I'm saying? 2 birds, 1 stone. That's not the case. But welcome back from our break. We just chatted a whole bunch about NFL, foosball.
You've been playing that foosball.
Next, we are jumping into the NBA. NBA is back. Second week back. So I said earlier what we wanted you guys to do is hit subscribe. But we were going to talk about some articles we wrote on our website, www.teambandwagon.com. You see it at the bottom of the slide if you're watching on YouTube. But we wrote some really good stuff, man.
Really good stuff.
Really good.
I love it.
Like gold.
Gold. Solid gold.
So if you're wondering if your team is bandwagon, if you're wondering if you have that team where everybody's just going to hop on your team's bandwagon and cheer you guys on to the finals, make sure you stop and check out some articles we have.
Or they'll be better than last year.
I don't think that's bandwagon worthy, though.
Because I think bandwagon worthy, if they're in the Western Conference, then that means nobody except the Warriors.
True.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, at least playoff bound?
Yeah, that's kind of how I did mine.
You have to be playoff.
That's kind of how I did mine.
You have to be playoff bound to be bandwagon.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't be like,
I agree,
we
but
got 10 more wins than last year.
I think with where the NBA is at right now, all I'm trying to say is your team can be bandwagon worthy if they're really good.
Yes.
If you're just waiting for the Warriors dynasty to blow up for your team to be relevant.
Yeah, well, we'll see, man. We'll see because there's rumors.
I really do believe that this is the year. And I've actually been saying 2019 was the year that the Warriors would break up.
Well,
there's too many contracts coming up this year.
Because KD wants the max.
Draymond wants big money. KD wants big money. And Clay looking like he's earning big money.
How do you think they work it out somehow?
I hope not.
He said
it's time to blow it up.
Time to blow it up?
Time to blow it up. It's time to let somebody else in.
They had a good run.
They did have a great run. They'll go down as one of the greatest teams ever.
They went back-to-back, right?
Back-to-back, and then lost, and then won last year, and then won last year. So they've got 4 titles in 5 years. If they win this year, which I'm pretty sure they will.
Yeah, because they got
first time they got a three-peat.
Won, lost one?
No, they won 2 in a row.
So they got 3 titles in 5 years. That's what you just said, right?
Wait, no, you're right.
You said 4
so it's
titles.
3 titles in 4 years.
Yeah.
3 titles in 4 years.
They won, lost.
They won, lost, and then won 2 in a
twice.
row. Yeah, so this would be their first three-peat.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Very interesting.
Watch the Cavs make it to the finals. Like, what the heck?
Bro, they're 0-7, and Ty Lue just got fired.
We've seen Stranger Things, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
No.
Speaking about the East, the Bucks are the only team that's undefeated.
It's early.
Perfect.
It's early.
The Bucks though.
LeBron went to the wrong team.
Who do you think LeBron should have went to?
I don't know. He should have stayed in the East, apparently.
Yeah, the East is wide open. If the Bucks have no losses on their record, yeah. And then what? KD is out. Not KD. Kevin Love is out for like 2 months or something like that.
The only player left on the Cavaliers that was worth anything.
Oh my goodness. Yes. If you want to win and never lose again, yeah, jump off the Cavs bandwagon.
You should have done that in July.
Steph.
You should have done that in July.
Yes, definitely. If you had like a sliver of hope, like, oh, maybe this new kid's gonna come in, and no, he's not gonna do it.
No,
not at all.
Sorry, man. We love you, Steph, but no. Hey, man, you live between 2 states. Just root for the Lakers now.
Right? Yeah. At least it ain't, KD and the Warriors.
Right?
Yeah.
But I can guarantee you Steph will have nothing to do with any team that KD is having anything to do with.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he hates
What if the Cavs give KD max salary and he goes to the Cavs?
That would be very interesting.
It's going to hurt Steph's heart.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think
You don't think it's going to be like me and LeBron?
Where he has to, if they were like in contention of like winning a ring, but right now like the way the East is, you get any
KD
superstar.
could take them to the Eastern Finals at least.
Kawhi Leonard's about to take these guys to the finals, man.
But Toronto was already a good team.
They were solid. They choked really bad every year in the playoffs.
They choked horribly.
So at least that part's gonna get fixed because they're supposed to have been the favorites like last 3 years.
And no LeBron in the playoffs now.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully,
what do you think? LeBron's going to trade it to the East?
Before they're trading down.
Send me back to the Cavs.
No, they actually been doing really good. Lakers, as far as like him being a mentor, the father figure.
He's been fun to watch. It's been good to see him with the young guys. You know, they've been having him mic'd up almost every game. I liked the play where Kuzma went down, started getting up on his own, and he runs over and he goes, "You fall down, you stay down, and let your brothers pick you up." I like that. He's building a team there.
Yeah, I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. I like the energy. I like the passes too, man. The passes are like
We've moved the ball very well, and I say we, but the Lakers have moved the ball very well. They've played horrible defense, but the offense is there. Ingram's got to turn it around. You know, he's crying and pissing and moaning about not wanting to come off the bench. You need to start playing like you should be starting on this team then.
true.
And he's just not.
Do you think Luke's job is secure?
We'll see in June. Well, not June, even April, right? That's the end of the regular season.
Yeah.
I think if this team misses the playoffs, I think Luke is gone.
I think so too.
Yeah.
We need to start getting some W's, man. This is ridiculous.
Yep.
This is
Welcome to the Western Conference, LeBron James.
this is terrible, man. So the Raptors, does Kawhi Leonard stay after this year?
You know, I was a lot more sure before the season started that he would not stay. He might like this MVP caliber treatment.
You think so?
He's finally being acknowledged for his regular season play because a team needs him now.
Gotcha.
San Antonio's never needed him to play to this level. They've always been so balanced, and Popovich moves the ball. They need him to step up like this in the playoffs because he's got tougher competition.
Yeah.
But during the regular season, he is tearing it up. I definitely tip my hat to Kawhi Leonard. It'd be nice if we played fantasy basketball this year and I had him on my team.
Yeah, and they traded him for
DeMar DeRozan. I still laugh about that. You and I made that trade, and then the teams actually made that trade.
That was kind of crazy.
So, but Kawhi Leonard, and I think it's 50-50 right now. And I think that's what you had said last time we talked about it. Right now, I was like, nope, 100%. He leaves Toronto, no way.
Well, if he gets to the finals, you know, Eastern Conference Finals for sure, he'll be there.
I believe so. Yeah,
without a doubt.
I believe so.
If he makes it to the finals, he's got to be like, bye, guys. I'm going to the, to the Lakers, or, let's win a ring.
It depends on what he wants, because he's going to have to sign a 5-year deal. I think he's 28 or 29 now. So by the time that deal is over, he's going to be in his golden years as a basketball player.
True.
So does he want to spend the last of his best years in Toronto or Los Angeles? Is he focused on winning a championship? Is he focused on being the guy? What is he thinking about? That'll be his decision.
Imagine if we get Kawhi Leonard and freaking the Splash Brother. What is it?
Klay Thompson.
That'd be sick.
That'd be pretty crazy.
That'd be dope.
We'd definitely be better on defense because both those guys can play D. Both of them can.
Yeah.
So that
both of them can shoot. So all LeBron does is got to pass.
He's doing a lot of that right now. So I think he's trying to show other guys in the league, hey, man, don't forget what a good passer I am.
Right.
So
Lance Stevenson over there, make him dance.
Lance has looked good, man.
Lance he's just out there being crazy, bro.
But you got to give it to him. He's played really well.
I give him props, but I don't think he's doing anything like special. I think he's just showing up and being active, and he's being rewarded for that.
But he's making, like, it's when you make those little trick plays and then you miss, then I'm like, hey, knock that off. He's making them, though, and he's making great plays.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's being active, but he's making the shots that he's always been making. And
there's been times where he struggled.
In Indiana, did he play
Charlotte, he struggled. The Clippers, he struggled.
He played for the Clippers? No.
Yes, he did. And he struggled.
Oh.
Bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bad Clipper team, I'm saying.
Well, not really. They are now. All is right in the world again.
Right. the universe has been balanced.
That's right. Perfectly balanced.
Klay Thompson broke the 3-point record last night. And I was in my bed reading about the news. It's only so much where you can be like, oh, another record. Yay, another record. So.
Well, you know who had it before him, right?
Yeah, it was
Steph Curry.
Yeah. So, all these records, man, it's just kind of like, what is the term when it's oversaturated, you know?
Well, it's a different kind of league now.
Their team is ridiculous. What is it? Curry scored What did Curry score? He went on some kind of run, right? He scored 50 in like 3 quarters or something like that.
I just know
games?
about the game where him and KD had a combined 69 points and they still lost.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, this game they won. I forgot who they played, but they blew them out. Curry was ridiculous. The next night they play in Madison Square Garden, and freaking Durant goes off for like 30-something points.
It's a stadium where guys like to show up unless you're a Knick.
It was like 18 points in the fourth quarter or something like
Wow.
that. Yeah, it was something ridiculous.
Wow.
And then now Clay is like, I'm not impressed. Like,
the only reason I'm kind of excited about it is I'm happy for Clay. He was the last pick in the first round of the draft, I believe. I remember hearing a story. Michael Thompson, his dad, of course, great Laker. Someone watched his son play, and he was on the radio with him because Michael Thompson is on local LA radio. And the guy told him, look, man, like your son's good basketball player and stuff, but he's never going to make it in the NBA. And Michael Thompson just looked at him again, okay, and left it at that. And then all these Pac-12 schools, including UCLA, passed up on him. They were not interested in him. Mm-hmm. So he goes to Washington State. What great basketball player comes out of Washington State?
Klay Thompson.
And then now look at him, man. He's in the NBA. He's got the 3-point record. He's also got the record for the most points in a quarter.
Yeah.
He's got 37 points in one quarter. That's insane.
That's crazy.
So that's where I'm excited for him. He's kind of an underdog story. So I'm happy for him in that sense. Just let's see if he does it for the Lakers next year.
Individually, yes, I'm happy for them.
But I hear what you're saying. That
as
it's
a
getting
team,
old seeing the Warriors go out and do this
as
stuff.
a team, it's just kind of like, I'm used to this. You
Right.
know, like, give me something new. Like, score standing on your head. Then
Well, and they played against the Bulls, one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah, and then halftime it was like 92 to.
Yeah, they scored 90 points in the half. That's insane. That I can't wrap my brain around.
Yeah. So, so the Warriors, bandwagon worthy?
Obviously. Like 5 years ago, obviously.
Right. Yeah, I think we've definitely come to that conclusion. And so, are we going to go over these worthiness?
Sure, let's do
topics?
them really quick.
Yep. All right.
Mainly because I want to get to the last one.
All right. So, bandwagon worthy or bandwagon worthy list?
I think we can throw out the worthlessness.
Worthlessness.
Because there was only one name I put in there last week as a troll, and I took it out.
Who was it?
Blake Bortles.
Yes.
I took it. I put it
That
in
guy
there
outta
just
here.
as a troll, but I took it out so that we could just talk about some really good players and just ask if they're bandwagon worthy.
All right. So first person is Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Bandwagon worthy or worthy?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Worst team in the NFL, and he's still tearing it up.
I don't know, man. There's the Cardinals are in there for the worst team. There's a couple other teams.
They're
we
up
can't
there.
mention. Yeah.
They're up there. Okay. I'll agree with you on
Okay.
that. Okay.
Patrick McChicken.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick McChicken.
Patrick, my favorite player, Mahomes. Patrick Mahomie.
Yes.
Patrick, 14th pick in the NFL fantasy draft for Team Bandwagon.
What a jerk. Yes, he is bandwagon worthy. Okay.
Yes,
I admit
absolutely.
it. I wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid beforehand. I'm
Patrick
still not.
Jamal craps all over him every chance he gets and then cheats and doesn't play Brandon Marshall in week 8, even though that was our deal.
I like Kermit.
Mahomes.
I like Kermit the Frog, man. I like Kermit. Kermit's
Why is
good.
it Kermit?
You haven't heard him talk?
No.
You never heard Patrick Mahomes talk? Bro.
Hi-ho.
You never heard Patrick Mahomes talk? All right.
Now I'm missing something.
I'm going to find it. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go to the
shoot.
next one.
Okay. Odell Beckham Jr. Is he bandwagon worthy?
I would say yes, as long as he's not taking pictures on a yacht and not throwing his quarterback under the bench.
I agree. He's definitely a top 3 receiver in the NFL right now. Great football player, changes the game, but he needs to learn to shut his mouth and stop acting like almost every other receiver that has a big mouth that's played in the NFL. You know, is he going to have a Chad Johnson end of his career?
And then and on top of that, he keeps dropping the ball, man.
Right.
So
So we'll see what happens. Jimmy Buckets Butler. Is he bandwagon worthy?
Jimmy is bandwagon worthy.
He's tearing it up, dude.
That dude's a beast.
He's making Minnesota look really good.
All right, I found it, but we'll do this first.
Okay.
They were saying that who's the guy on there? Big Cat is better than Jimmy. Do you agree with that?
I had such high hopes for Cat, and I'm just not seeing it.
He's too soft for me, man.
He had the potential to be the best center in the NBA, and I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. So no, no. Jimmy Butler is a better NBA player than Cat.
And you know about that song, Jimmy Butler's your father. Jimmy Butler's your father. I wanted to do that when the news came out where he cursed everybody out. It's like,
you need me on this team. Jimmy Butler's your father.
And who else do we have on our list?
Damian Lillard.
You put all these are easy, bro. These are
but a couple of these guys you doubted at one point.
So is this just to rub my nose in it?
A little bit of trolling.
Just a little bit or a lot of it?
Just a tiny bit, because you spent the first 15 minutes of the episode trolling me.
I enjoy watching Dame. I have nothing against Dame. My beef has been against that sorry team that he won't leave. That's my beef. I'm like, dude, you're too good to be stuck
So I did
here.
tell you once, like a couple years ago, you look like KD. Maybe it's just your attitude towards sports.
Why? Because
you'd be the guy that you would just jump ship every time your team didn't win a championship.
do you know who we are, bro? Do you know what we represent? The title of our YouTube
So how are you and Steph
channel
friends?
is Bandwagon Nation.
So how are you and Steph friends?
Steph is a bandwagon fan, but he has, I guess, reserves.
But you sound like you're okay with like the KD moves and
I am okay with it.
man.
I was just telling somebody, I'm like, okay.
So would you be mad if
Check this
Damian
out.
Lillard said, "I'm going to the Warriors"?
I wouldn't be mad.
Wow.
Check this out. KD jumped ship from Oklahoma City to the Warriors, won 2 rings, won 2 finals MVPs, and he's about to get a max contract somewhere. Like, I was just telling somebody somewhere that KD cannot stop winning. This dude just wins and is dope. Like, I think it's cool. So I say to Dame, take a page from KD, jump ship, get your wins, and then get your money. All right?
Clay is going to go to the Lakers, and then Dame Lillard's going to go, "I'm playing shooting guard for the Warriors."
Let him go, man. You know what I'm saying?
And
I'm cool. I'm cool with KD. Like, me and KD, we can come chill, have a conversation. KD can come on the show. KD, listen, not everybody out there in media hates you.
do you speak parcel tongue?
No, he didn't speak Sparkle tongue. He didn't tell Westbrook, "I'm coming back, man. I love you, bro." He was like, "Peace out, loser." I'm about to go. I want to win.
I want to win.
Bust out a Nacho Libre. And then the last person on this list is who?
Luka Doncic
Yes.
of the Dallas Mavericks.
That kid is a winner.
To me, he's my favorite player to watch.
Rookie
in
of the
NBA
year,
right
for
now.
sure.
Yes, absolutely.
The Mavericks are making the playoffs for sure.
You think so?
I think they're making the playoffs.
Wow. Okay.
Get him some playoff experience. Maybe one first round win, maybe not, but he gets some experience. This kid's gonna be a beast.
All right.
This kid's gonna be a beast. His fundamentals, his speed, his size.
He just has everything.
6'7", right?
6'7", playing point guard.
6'7" point guard. Yeah, I'm all over this kid bandwagon.
Yeah, to me, he's got the athleticism to throw down and dunk on people, but his size is what makes me most excited about him because he plays like a pure point guard. He's an amazing passer, great shooter, drives to the hole, but he's also 6'7". He's going to be an exciting player for a long time.
7 foot, 8 foot. All right, let me show you this video.
Sounds
of Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
It started within the huddle, making sure we get the play call out clean. I mean, it was loud there, but you have to find ways to get around
That's his voice.
this league. But we started in the huddle and then getting on at the line of scrimmage of knowing the cadence, but at the same time making the protection calls within the play call.
All he's missing is Miss Piggy, Kermie,
Hi-ho.
Kermie. Dude, that is That's your boy's voice, Patrick McChicken.
Hey, it doesn't matter how he sounds.
Patrick
It
McCurry.
just matters how his touchdowns look. Right?
Really quick, guys, we want to mention that Team Bandwagon has a couple sponsors.
Yep.
But our sponsor, we want to shout out our sponsor. Last week, I was drawing blanks again.
The Creative Extreme.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, you did do this.
Because I
last
love
week.
the Creative
You
Extreme.
did,
you
yeah.
know? I don't know.
You've even done work with them.
I want to make sure that I don't say it wrong.
That's true.
Because I can't get that back. I can't be like, because it's out there. So, definitely think first. Was it measure twice, cut once? See? All kind of nuggets in here. I bet you that was from a movie, too. Shout out to Creative Extreme, guys. If you enjoy original content, these guys have the best on the planet. Original scripts, original characters, full color images, background stories. All the characters intermingle together in this city called Platinum City, which is like this is crazy. This huge earthquake, ripped America apart, and like people made cities in these canyons, and it's just this huge city called Platinum City where just all kind of stuff goes down, and you have heroes, you have villains, anti-heroes, you have freaking godlike villains, godlike heroes. It's bananas. It's all over the map. So make sure you guys check out thecreativeextreme.com for some original content. Boom. All right, and we are going to wrap up the show with some fantasy talk.
Yes, let's talk about some fantasy football.
All right, so my note says Jamal gets to brag about his win. Did I do that already?
You already did.
I think I need to do it again.
I'm
I had 129 to 110.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that felt good.
I bet it did.
That felt good.
I bet it did.
Especially like I was down by 5 before the game started, and then somehow I was up like 1 minute into the game. Literally. the two captains shook hands, and all of a sudden it was like, ding, ding, I won.
James White just got 6 points.
Right? By being a captain. He won a coin flip. That's how Honestly, bro, it was dope. I'm
happy for
you. It was
you.
a good relief. Because I've been taking some L. I've taken 2 L's in a row. And so just getting a win off of you, I was like, yes. And you guys don't know this. If you have access to our YouTube, we already put it on private. But there we go again. Last week, we recorded episode 35, this episode, but we had some technical difficulties.
Yep.
And so why am I bringing that up? I'm bringing it up to say that I wasn't afraid of you. I was telling everybody, if you have a team, believe in your team and hope everything works out, and it did. So
You know what's funny is you say that. Here's the irony to it. Here's the setup.
Yeah, you can't hear anything?
No, it's echoing a lot.
A lot?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah. That's a little better.
All right.
Hopefully you guys can hear me. I have the number 1 scoring team. I got into first place last week because I beat Bobby Boucher. I was really excited. And then after we talked on the show and you're talking about don't be afraid and all this other stuff, like you're the underdog going to the game. I got nervous.
Yeah.
And I started texting you and I was like, I hate my matchups this week. Devin Funches against Baltimore. I even looking at him like I freaked out that much. I go, do I not play Mahomes? Do I play Drew Brees? No, Drew Brees playing Minnesota. I'm not going to play him. Who do I play at my flex? I don't have Cooper Kupp.
I told you to play, and you didn't play who I told you to. So
you did, but I don't take advice from you. You take advice from me.
Oh my gosh.
But I did. I was super nervous.
You know what? Is this what we're doing? Okay. I will not ask you anything ever again. Never, ever, ever.
Even the week that you played me, I'm going to throw that out there. Even the week you played me, you were asking me for advice. And I gave you my honest advice.
What did I ask you? Because I probably did it.
You were like, Breida or Blunt?
Yes. And then you said Breida.
I said if Breida plays, it's hard to say what he's going to do.
This is my This is my gauge when I get information from you.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
I ask you your opinion, and you tell me your opinion, and I do the opposite.
No.
Yes.
You've gone with my advice several times.
And I've been wrong. So now I know. What do you think?
No, no,
okay,
no, no,
I'm gonna
no,
go
no.
opposite.
No. I didn't lead you wrong on the week that you played. Was it Russell over Tannehill? How did that work out?
I already made up my mind.
But I didn't. You asked me.
I did,
and I
but
didn't lead you wrong.
I just wanted to feel better.
But I
about
didn't lead you wrong. So you didn't go with the opposite of what I said.
You didn't, but I already had my mind made
But
up.
I didn't. But you just said you do the opposite of what I say.
I
You
do.
didn't, because I didn't try to screw you over. Right?
Listen to me. I already had my mind made up. I just need to feel
No,
better.
but you just said anytime
Okay.
you ask me for advice,
Let me
you do
say
the
this
opposite.
again. Let me say this again. If I don't have my mind made up and I ask you, it's opposite. But I've already had my
So
mind
then why
made up.
did you ask me? America wants to know.
Why did I ask you what? Tannehill or
Yeah.
Or
If you already had your mind made up,
this
why'd
was
you
like
ask me?
weeks ago, bro. I don't
Right.
know.
Nah, see, you're trying to get a cop out.
What do you mean? This is like week 3, bro, where freaking Russell was choking, and I needed somebody else. So what do you expect my answer to be?
That I gave you good advice.
No, you did not. You're not getting that answer from me, bro.
Because here's
Your
what-
advice stinks.
No, because here's where I gauge guys.
Deshaun Watson, or who did I have? Deshaun Watson.
You didn't have Deshaun Watson.
I'm sorry.
The Shockwaves have
Deshaun
Watson.
Jackson.
Okay. That's the only one I've gotten wrong.
That's more than
And that
enough.
was in like week 1.
That's more than enough,
that
bro.
was in like week 1.
That was like week 3.
No.
honestly.
Because nobody's ever going to be perfect when it comes to fantasy. So here's how I gauge it.
It was week 3 because he tore it up week 1 and week 2. And I was like, you think he's going to do it again in week 3?
No, I think it might have. If anything, it was in week 2.
Probably week 2.
So I'll give you that. But here's how most people gauge fantasy. This is why I had a better draft than any of you, okay? Nobody's ever going to be perfect. It's
Wait,
risk
wait,
versus reward.
wait.
Like if I believe
Nick,
I'm going to what?
You're flexing on everybody.
Yeah.
You had a better draft than me. But who got the win this week?
Ooh, one win.
Who got the win?
Who's in the playoffs right now if it started today?
Not you.
I'm in the playoffs.
Well, what's your score? You lost twice, right?
Yeah, I'm 6-2.
All right. I guess you will be. But it ain't starting today.
Oh, and not one win won you a championship either.
You got a better draft, but who got the W? That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
who
go
lied
ahead.
about playing Brandon Marshall too? I'm going to stick with that one. But you have to gauge your fantasy decisions on risk versus reward. If I feel that I'm going to have a good week against you and I'm more than likely going to win, I'm going to pick safe players. I'm going to go with, Funches is playing the Ravens. There's a good chance it gives me at least 10 points. So I put him out there. If I feel that I'm going to lose and it's worth me taking big risks, I'm going to put in the guy who has a really high ceiling and could blow up, but he also might get me 0 points. Because either way, I'm the underdog, right? I need big games.
Yeah.
So
I didn't take a gamble, though. I just played my
no,
safe
but
plays.
that's how I gauge it. So when you ask me about Blunt and Breida had a better chance of having a huge week.
No, because he was
against
questionable. They moved him from...
But did he not have a huge week in the week that he was doubtful against Green Bay?
Yeah, but I read the reports this week.
Okay.
Okay? And I want to say an hour or two before the game, whenever I text you, I don't think it was an hour before the game.
Oh, I know. The first thing
they
I
said
thought
he
is he
was-
read the injury report.
He
That's
was
the first
limited.
thing I thought.
Yes. They said he was limited. So going from healthy to limited jacked me all up, especially because I played Lamar Miller in my flex already.
Right.
You know, I could have went with Deshaun Jackson my flex, but anywho, I was left with Blunt, which has been doing really bad because they love him.
But
around
that's
the goal
what I
line.
mean. It's risk versus reward. With Blunt, you have a solid chance of probably getting around 6 or 7 points most weeks. He's not going to have a blow-up game for you, though, in Detroit. He hasn't had any games where he's blown up. So, to me, the ceiling for Breida was higher, but the floor for Breida was also lower. You know what I'm saying? It ended up working out because I think Breida got 4 and Blunt got 3. But I'm just saying that if you were looking at risk versus reward, it would have been worth playing Breida because Breida has a better chance of having a breakout game than Blunt. That's all I was trying to say.
I got you, man.
So we're there.
Sure.
We're there. Like if I wanted a safe week And Breeze was playing a decent team and Mahomes was playing a decent team. But I'm like, oh, Mahomes is only going to get maybe 2 touchdowns against this team because they're the best pass defense in the league. I might go with Breeze because Breeze has that higher floor, but Mahomes has a higher ceiling. Mahomes can get a 40-point game. Breeze can too, but who's more likely to get a big blow-up game? Mahomes.
Yeah.
But who's more likely to have lay an egg? Probably Mahomes as well, even though he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
Breeze is going to get you at least 16, 17 points every week.
He was on the verge of laying an egg at halftime. He had like 10 points. I was like, yes.
But then he's Drew Brees.
I was like, stay there. No, Mahomes.
Oh, Mahomes?
Yeah.
But yeah, but again, he hasn't done it yet. I do think it's going to happen, and I think it's going to happen at the worst time for me. I really do. But I can't sit him. I can't. There's no way.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do it.
So, anyway.
So, we have a few minutes left. Top, I guess, draft players, I guess, what to look out for, I guess, who to stay away from. Which one you want to go with?
So, you're talking about more like guys who might be on the waiver wire right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I think one in a lot of leagues. I know he's not available in our league, but in a lot of leagues, guys we're talking about last week was Carlos Hyde and how he's going to fit in this Jaguars offense. I personally don't like offenses in fantasy football that have more than one running back. Doesn't matter how good they are. Even if Hyde had a really good week this week, I personally, unless I was really desperate, I wouldn't touch a running back by committee kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I wouldn't touch Yeldon or Hyde. The only reason I would maybe get Yeldon, going back on what I said a little bit, is they've been throwing him the ball more. He's good for PPR, and we play in a PPR league. So, but Hyde, if he's available in your league, if you're really desperate because of injuries or you drafted Jordan Howard or whatever the reason, maybe you just want to back up and see what happens.
And you still want to stick to that story? You had a better draft than everybody?
I did have a better draft than everybody.
Okay. I'm just asking if you still want to stick to that story, bro.
Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Todd Gurley.
Let's stick to let's stay focused, man. Who are we staying away from? Absolutely.
Let's look to who's available in our league. Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think the only way you take him is if you have a quarterback that you plan on using 2 weeks from now.
Right now, if you have Brock Osweiler in your lineup,
cut him. Get Ryan Fitzpatrick
out of there.
Yes.
Get him out of there.
Yes.
He has no
because
business.
Fitzpatrick is a good streamer for probably the next week or two. But like we talked about earlier, I do think they give Winston the job back eventually, no matter how well Fitzpatrick is playing, unless he has a chance to get him to the playoffs. I don't see that happening.
I don't.
But say they win this week and they win big and they go, let's use him again. And then he has another great game. And they're like, hey, we're only one game out of the playoffs right now. Jameis, we're leaving you on the bench. But if it's kind of this up and down, back and forth, where they're just like, this isn't the year, they're going to put Jameis back in and figure out whether he's going to be a quarterback for them anymore after this year. So Fitz, I think, is a streamer if you really need it. I wouldn't touch Derek Carr with a 10-foot pole. Absolutely not.
I would.
I know he had a great week this week.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there's safer options out there. Mariota, stay away. The most inconsistent fantasy quarterback of all time.
Do not touch that.
He frustrates the living heck out of me. I'm going to tell you one guy. This is the first guy who popped up as soon as I pressed all. Get Cortland Sutton right now.
Cortland Sutton?
If he is available in your league, and I'm giving Jamal advice right now because he's looking at it like, ooh, who? Cortland Sutton has been putting up numbers as the third string wide receiver in Denver. And guess what? He just got moved up to number 2 because Denver just traded away Demaryius Thomas.
I don't know, man.
10 points last week.
2 to 3 receptions average.
Before Demaryius Thomas was traded.
So Demaryius Thomas got traded?
He got traded today. So Cortland Sutton will be the number 2 receiver in that offense.
Ooh, that's what Barry. Did you get this from Barry? Because Barry's yelling at me.
No, because I play in a dynasty league. I know a lot of rookies' names are out there. And I passed up on Cortland Sutton because I was like, he's going to play behind Thomas and Sanders for like 2 more years. I was dead wrong. He is now the number 2 receiver on this league or in this team. And he could very well be number 1 next year if they decide that he's their guy. So
actually, you just picked him up, so we'll see. I don't know how
good for you.
I don't know how well I am on a waiver wire. Let me
Good
see
for you.
how far I'm down.
Cortland Sutton. Get him. If he's available in your league, get him.
Got him. No, really. I literally just got him. How
Good for
come
you.
Golden Tate has projected to have 0?
Because he's probably not going to play his first week with Philly.
Why not?
Because he's got to learn the offense.
That's jacked up. Just go out there, run, and catch the ball.
That's not how it works.
All right, guys. So we're gonna be wrapping up our podcast. It is getting dark on us, and
Yeah, and I don't see anybody else who's bandwagon worthy as far as fantasy players.
thank you guys for rocking with us. Episode 35. Definitely jump on the Rams bandwagon. Jump on the Patriots bandwagon. Jump on the Chiefs. Jump on the Jets. No, not the Jets. Just making sure you guys are paying attention.
And
All
our-
right, Saints.
Our first episode last year was right after the World Series. So this hasn't exactly been a year, but this is our first episode after this year's World Series. So jump on the Red Sox bandwagon.
Yes, I was telling my wife because my wife jumped on
Are
the
you
Dodgers bandwagon.
off the Dodgers bandwagon now?
Well, this is what we do, this is what we do. So
You guys
yes,
missed it. We recorded that last week too.
Yeah, we did.
Jamal was on the Dodger bandwagon.
I had an emotional.
He's sitting there in tears.
Yes, I had emotional. I guess entry onto the bandwagon.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it, but I felt like I had to. I was threatened. No, I wasn't threatened.
I was threatened.
I wouldn't put
Happy
it past,
wife, happy life.
I wouldn't put it past Dodger fans to threaten, but
Well,
But yeah, I jumped on the bandwagon reluctantly, but I was on. I was like, yeah, let's go Dodgers. Game 3. I was with them until about the 10th inning. I went to bed. I was tired, man. I couldn't do it.
he said, there's not enough coffee in the world to keep me up for this team.
I couldn't do it. But yeah, so after the Dodgers loss, I told my wife, I'm like, so you know what we do now, right? And she's all, what are you talking about? I'm like, you know, bandwagon fans, you know what we do, right? She said, I'm not rooting for the Red Sox. I'm like, why? You jumped on the Dodgers bandwagon. You can't jump on the Red Sox bandwagon. So, yes, Red Sox bandwagon, jump on it. Did Travis predict it? I think Travis.
He did.
I was meaning to
Wow.
look back. I think he jumped on, or did you jump on a Texans?
No, because he said he's a big Red Sox fan.
He is, but I thought he said Texans again.
No, I think he said Red Sox.
Did you say Texans? So somebody said Texans. There's only 3 of us. I didn't
Texas
say.
Rangers?
Yeah, those guys.
I don't
No,
think I
not
said
the Rangers. The
Astros.
Yes.
I think I did say watch for the Astros. to
You
do
said
it.
Astros,
Yeah.
and I think he said Red Sox.
Yeah.
I said Yankees.
In my
or
defense,
the
that was
Giants.
the AL championship.
Bro, you're wrong. So you can't get no kind of credit for being wrong. So
Oh, this from the guy that
no,
we only lost by 2
This
points.
dude's forever trying to get credit.
I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get mine, Mister. The Yankees are gonna be in the World Series.
Hey, I was wrong. I ain't gonna be like, oh, well, they didn't make the playoffs, and because I was halfway right. No, bro, I was wrong. You were wrong. So
Yeah.
we're both wrong.
Brandon Marshall.
Hey, get out of here, man. This dude, take your loss and get to stepping. Yes. So salute to the Red Sox. Sorry, Dodgers. I think our first episode we weren't too nice about the Dodgers, so we'll be a little nicer next time.
I have been super quiet
You
this
have
whole
been.
World Series, not crapping on the Dodgers, and I've been getting phone calls and texts because people keep forgetting I'm not a Dodger fan. They're like, oh, go to the Dodgers. I was mean one time, and I did it to like one of the nicest people I know, and I shouldn't have done it. She posted on Facebook. I think it was when the Dodgers came back in one of the games. It might have been game 4. I guess they made it close, and she put on Facebook, thank God we love LA. And it was like the Dodger LA or something like that. After they lost the game,
You couldn't help yourself.
I
huh?
couldn't help
He
it. That was
like,
the only thing I did that
You
was
kept
meant.
it on that page.
My
You didn't-
shout out
you
to
didn't even scroll
Cynthia Cardozia. I don't know if you watched this, but I worked with her a long time ago. She's a teacher now. Congratulations.
Can you do me one favor?
Yes,
Can we open that blind just a little bit because we have like no light?
no problem. I'll do that really quick.
All right. So while he's doing that, Cynthia, Nick is sorry for whoa. Yeah, way too much. A little bit up. Right. Wow. I guess there's really no light in here. Absolutely. Right there. Right there. Right there. All right. So
Cynthia, I apologize. I put a GIF right when the game was over and the Red Sox won.
GIF.
GIF.
A GIF.
GIF.
All right.
This is a new debate, and it was someone with wearing red socks and just going like this with their feet. And I just put it on her Facebook page.
That's cool.
She never responded.
I've been trolling Angel only because we got beef. But
why do you guys have beef?
we don't have beef.
Oh,
I just
okay.
love to troll him.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he's like, oh, barbecue at my house. Who wants to come? I'm like, nope.
I almost wrote on there. I was looking for a emoji of a broom
Oh, please.
because they were down 2-0 at the time.
Aye. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Again, check us out on YouTube.
Not Facebook. It just
No, not
Yeah, we're on Facebook, but go to YouTube first.
Yes, YouTube first. That's your first stop. YouTube.com Well, I don't even think we have the URL because we don't have enough subscribers. Because that's why we need you to subscribe. YouTube.com. Search Bandwagon Nation. Boom. Click it, and you're in business.
You see our mugs. That's how you find it.
Yep. And again, thank you guys for watching. This is Team Bandwagon,
Where it is okay to jump ship.
but not okay to lose.
Jump on Team Bandwagon
and never lose again.
Here's another hit, very fun.